What is up, guys? I'm the AlphonZeus Gradelock. We're here with a brand new deck profile for you guys, featuring one of the veterans of the locals, Toni here, showing off a Dark Irregular build that doesn't follow the usual cookie cutter of Scharhrot. So let us begin to see how his deck is built. So, Toni?
Alright, so I guess we'll just start off with the zeros and the starter. So the starter is Springjack of Nightmareland. The main reason I use him over pretty much anything else is the initial draw. So his effect is when you ride on top of him, you can draw a card, then choose a card from your hand and soul charge. What that allows you to do is just increase the consistency and always getting what you need when you need it in the soul. Oh, also, when you stride on top of him, he pops out of the soul and then soul charges one. So it also affects, basically gives you darkness at the start of the turn, which is great on your first turn. Next we run 3 Enigmatic Assassins. These guys, when they pop out of the soul, if there's 10 in the soul, it gets +5, 15 in the soul, it gets another +10, sorry. So it pops out as a 20. So this helps when you're going for Gilderai and for just pushing damage on him.
When does it pop out?
It pops out at the start of the combat phase. Okay. As long as darkness is active. We'll do grade 1s next. I run 3 Serpent Charmer. The reason I like this guy is actually not for his effect to reshuffle back into the deck. The way I like him is because he's not GB restricted. So as soon as darkness comes in, he's a 9K booster. And then you can immediately sack him to draw an extra card. So it just allows you to dig deeper into the deck to get all your combo pieces that you want or anything else that you may need. Next we run 2 Edge and Darkness. This guy's primarily here just for the 10k boost because once GB1 is set up and you have Darkness, he gets +3k when he boosts. If there's 15 in the soul, he can intercept from the back row, which is not, rarely comes up, but sometimes it does. Obviously, we have 4 stride fodder, just basically to stride-based deck. So you're trying to get as much stride as you possibly can. You pretty much stride every turn, and that's what he is here for. You run 4 of the Darkness Perfect Guards. These things are, in my opinion, absolutely stupid because what they allow you to do is you can basically recycle all of your as far as like back when I was saying before about Springjack, he pops out, get you a free Perfect Guard, which is a play that I do all the time. Also, you can sack any grade 1 or less, so if you want to get rid of triggers to get Perfect Guards back, you can do that as well. Once you grade 2s, we have Demented Executioner. This guy, basically, what he does is when he's placed on your guard, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, pick a card with darkness, throw it into the soul. Now, since in this particular deck, almost everything is a darkness outside of triggers and the stride fodder, you can pretty much tutor whatever you need. His other effect is you can counterblast 1, and basically as you have 6 in the soul, he's going to get +2, and then if you have 10 or more in the soul, he gets +5. So counterblast, give him +3, I'm sorry. So he gets +5 and becomes just 14k beater for 1 counterblast. Basically, mid game, you get that. We play 3 Tragic Claw. This particular gentleman, when he's placed on Rearguard or Vanguard, and you have another unit placed in the same column, you get the Soul Charge 1, and GB1 Darkness, he gets to boost and gets +2k. So it becomes an 11k booster if you need him, 11k beater if you need him. In other words, he's just a solid Darkness card that's just there. Lastly, we run Scharhrot Vampir. This guy, basically what he does is on G-Break 1 with Darkness active, you're going to get +5 if there's 6 or more in the soul, which is just fine. And then the other effect is if there's 15 or more in the soul, he's going to basically give you the Silent Tom effect. You can't use zeros for that. Okay, so he's a solid beater for like endgame when you get to do stuff like you do your Gilderai turns and you swing in, you can put all the triggers on him to make him difficult to block. For your grade 3s, we rock 3 Frosty Step. This guy, he's your Darkness Searcher. He comes on the field in Vanguard. You can Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and look for a Darkness card. Since, like I said, most of the deck is Darkness, you can pretty much get whatever you need, unless you hit a stack of triggers, but that's whatever. His secondary effect, though, is G-Break 1. When this unit attacks Vanguard, if the number of cards in your soul is 10 or more, it gets plus 10. And then if the number of cards are 15 or more, you can your opponent can't call grade 1s or higher to the Guardian set. So he's pretty basic. He does what he needs to do. For the most part, I just use him to strike.
Alright guys, we're gonna get the Vanguard event started.
The main guy we got here is Cleansing Vampire. Now, this dude is, in my opinion, he's just dumb. Okay? What he allows you to do is, after G-Break 1, at the end of turn, if Darkness is active, if the number of cards in your scroll is 6 or more, you can pay the cost, which is take a card of Darkness, either from the field or your hand, put it into the soul. If you do, you get to draw a card. If the number of cards in your soul is 15 or more, you get to unflip one, and you get to choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Now, reason why this is strong. His other effect is Vanguard or rear guard. When he's placed, you Counterblast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, take any number of Darkness cards up to 5, and put them into your soul. The rest of the cards go on the bottom of your deck. So, the reason why this is important is because none of your triggers are Darkness. Okay? None of your triggers are Darkness, and your Stride Fighter is not Darkness. Now, that means that you can put all of your triggers to the bottom of the deck and stack them in any way, shape, or form that you desire, just like OTT can do it. But basically, this guy, he shuffles when he looks. This one does not. So it allows you to, when you're just digging through the deck, you're soul charging hard, to know what's on the bottom of the deck to allow your better plays later on. Yes. Now, the other important thing is this. When you do get to do stuff like this, you can stride on top of him, go into your combat step, this pops out. Once this pops out, what you can do is, at the end of turn, when you put your stride back, his effect triggers and allows you to put this back into the soul. If you're not at 15, that's okay, you get to draw 4 cards. So that just allows you to basically dig better for defense, go in deeper for getting to the bottom of the stack, so that you can just end the game outright. Now we go on to triggers. I run 2 Shirleys, primarily because it's a draw trigger. I like it on defense, I like it on offense, but a lot of people say like draw triggers aren't good enough because you can deck out, which is true, but that's the only reason why I run 2. The other side of it is you can soul charge him, soul charge 1, and allows you to activate Darkness for the turn. 4 Monochrome Nightmare Land. This card is also one of your better cards. It's a soul charge, it's a draw, it's an unflip at G-Break 1. His effect is you can put this card on top of your deck. When you do, shuffle the deck, soul charge 1. If the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, you can unflip a card in your damage zone. If it's 10 or more, you get to draw a card. It pretty much happens all the time once you get to G-Break 1. It's amazing. Then we run 2 Dark Knight of Nightmare Land, put it to the soul, give a unit +3. It's just there because it's a crit trigger and it adds to Darkness. We run D of Nightmare Land, primarily because you really don't have any Nightmare Land cards, so you don't really use it for the effect, but what you do use it for is to go into the soul to add to Darkness.
What does it go into the soul to do?
What it does is, G-Break 1, you can put it into your soul. If you have a Vanguard with Nightmare Land, you can choose one of your units to give it +1,000 for each Nightmare Land in the soul. So none of my units are Nightmare Land, so it doesn't really come.
Alright.
And lastly, we run 4 heal triggers.
Alice is nice.
I just like Alice, what can I say? Alright, first stride is obviously we run Seabreeze. If you don't know what she does, is you can choose a grade 2 card from your hand, discard it in Counterblast 2 if you're a grade 3 Vanguard and your opponent is on grade 2, and if they didn't place a card in the Vanguard circle last turn. So it helps you get around locking. This guy right here we play for Icarus. Now, this guy, basically what he does is, if Darkness is active, he attacks a Vanguard, you soul charge 2, and if the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, until the end of battle, you get your opponent hits, your opponent has to retire a unit. If the card is 15 or more in the soul, you get 1,000 for each card in the soul. He's primarily your first strike. Okay. He's just there to give you a quick soul charge 2 for the most part. If he hits and retires a unit, whatever. Alright, that's primarily what I use him for. Sometimes he comes up later on in the game, but most of the time you just go right into him in your first strike. I run this guy, Great Demon, Soulless, there we go. Now, him, basically his effect is, during the main phase, for every card that you soul charge, you can give your front row plus 1,000. Okay. Now, he's good if you get to do like the double Glenn's turn, or you get to ride Glenn's and then you play another one in the rear guard circle to basically pump him up. I rarely use him. He's primarily there if I need to like G-assist and you can pitch him, but every now and then it comes up. Also, what he allows you to do is he gets you the assassin turns, where your assassin runs can be huge if you happen to soul charge a lot during the main phase. Okay, this deck doesn't do that primarily, but it can if it needs to. We run one Frederick. Now, Frederick is primarily here for utility. His effect is act. You can take any card from your hand, throw it into the soul. Then, if you do, you can give this unit plus 1,000 for each card in your soul. And then, if the number is 10,000 or more, you give your 2 front rear guards plus 5. Okay? Now, he's there, another utility card. So, if you have assassins in your hand that you want to get into the soul, you can stride into him, put the assassins into the hand, into the soul, to then pop them out later on. Okay? Obviously, you can boost him up to, if he's going to get plus 10, he can come in at 36, and then you can pop out your assassins to give them plus 5, so they're coming back out at 25 if you happen to have 15 or more. I run 3, 1 step in Sin Scharhrot. Now, his effect is G-Break 2, Counterblast 1. When he attacks, you can pay the cost. You put all of your rear guards into the soul. If the number of cards in your soul is 10 or more, it gets 1,000, and you 10 plus 10,000, and you retire all rear guards in your opponent's field. If there's 15 or more in the soul, he gets your opponent can't use Sentinel cards to guard. Now, he's just used there to basically control your opponent's board. And it also allows you to recycle your assassins, because your assassins can pop out, and when you go into him and he attacks, they all pop back in. Okay, to allow for next turn. So he's a good if you want to do it as like a second stride, depending on what your opponent's doing. If they're trying to flood you, because you only need 10 in soul to get the retire everything.
And if I have 2 more face up
so you can pop out, and then his effect triggers when he pops back in. So that's when it checks. So you can pop out the assassins and say you're at like 13 cards, and the assassins pop out, they get plus 5. Right? You can pop them back in. Now you're at 15 when it counts. And obviously we run a big boy, Gilder Eye. His effect is act. Flip a copy of him from your G-Zone face up. If the number of cards in your soul is 10 or more, he gets plus 10,000. If the number of cards in your soul is 15 or more until end of turn, this unit gets, when it attacks a Vanguard, at the end of battle, your opponent can't guard a grade 1 or higher. If there's 2 face up in the G-Zone, he gets an extra grade. He's your finisher. He's the guy that you're going to either go into your third stride, or you can even go into your second stride, depending on if you, what's it called, G-Guard, anything earlier on. But his big thing is you pop out the assassin behind him at 15. The assassin pops out, gets the 20k. So he comes in and swings at 56 without any triggers, and it's just, you can't guard the grade ones or higher. It makes it extremely difficult with an extra crit to stop. Like I said, that's why he's there. He's your finisher. We go on to the Guardians. First we have 2 false dark wings. Alright, got a lot. This chick, basically what she does is, when she's placed in the Guardian Circle, you can still charge 2, get plus 5k shield. She's amazing. She basically sets you up for your later round plays by going into Gilderai, if you count correctly. She just does everything the deck wants to do. And lastly, we have Saint Germain, who basically is there for the 10k shield extra. If you have 10 or more in the soul, he gets plus 10k. If you have 15 or more in the soul, you can choose any number of your units and give them resist.
In the Guardian Circle? In the Guardian Circle and they get resist?
Yeah, in the Guardian Circle as well. So, he's just great all-around utility.
And when you
Helps
have,
for...
when you find the random D-robo matchup, it
Yes,
helps
when
you
you find
then
the
too.
random D-Robo matchup, it helps there as well. But that's the whole deck.
Alright.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Team Gradelock will be back with more videos. Comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.